Hey everyone, and welcome to Art a la Carte. So today's video is not super art related, but it's something that I have been receiving more and more comments about, people asking questions about, parents asking advice about, and I never thought it was a really big deal until more and more people started asking and even requesting that I do a video on it. And that is being left-handed. So up to this point, I never realized that being left-handed was such a big deal. I thought it was just a normal thing, like you're left-handed or you're right-handed. You have green eyes or you have brown eyes. You have blonde hair or you have black hair or red hair. It's what comes out in the mix, you know. Did not know that people thought this was odd. So there's always been a little bit of an oddness about being left-handed, simply because 10% of the population of the world is left-handed. So, you know, lefties are a minority. But recently, I have been receiving more comments from parents who are concerned that their children are showing signs of being left-handed and what they can do to prevent this or help them. So yeah, so I thought I would do a video on this. And really my video was just going to be what's the big deal, but I thought before I did the video I would do some research. So where do you go to get information? You look online. So I went online and started researching it. So again, all this information that I received is online. So it does come from websites called, you know, www.health.com. So it sounds pretty legit. But I didn't research to get the source material. So again, this is just what the internet thinks about left-handers. So I found some interesting facts and falsehoods about being left-handed. And on some websites totally contradicted other websites. So I don't know what's true. I can only base what's true for me personally. So I'll let you know if it applies to me or doesn't apply to me. This one was contradicted on several different websites. One website says yes, it's proven true, and one website says not proven true. But one common thought is that left-handers use the right side of our brain. So right-handers, if you're right-handed, you use predominantly your left side of your brain, where if you're left-handed, then you use your right side of your brain. So one website says no, that's not true. One website says this is true. I can't look inside my head to see what side of my brain I use, so I can't tell you. But really, does it matter? I mean, they say that language and writing and stuff is all on the left side of the brain, so it makes it harder for us, but okay, so I do have a little bit of trouble with talking sometimes. As you guys have heard in some of my videos, I tend to like to make up my own words. So I don't know, maybe that's true, but I've never found, I find it a quirkiness just about me. I don't know if it has anything to do with me being left-handed. A huge one that people think is that if you're left-handed, you are more creative. I'm left-handed, I'm very creative, but I know a ton of artists that are both right-handed and left-handed that are creative. And again, some websites say it's true, some websites say it's not true. I just think you're creative if you're creative. My sister's left-handed, she writes. I'm left-handed and I draw. So let's just take our own tally. If you love to draw and feel that you're creative, just write in the comments below, say I'm left-handed or I'm right-handed and I feel I'm creative. Another study says that left-handed people tend to be more introverted. For me personally, I am more introverted. I'm not generally comfortable in large crowds, or I don't really like to go to big parties. I like more one-on-one interaction with people. Not that I don't like to go out and have fun. I mean, one of my favorite places to be is Disneyland, and how busy is that place? So again, let's take it to the comments. If you are an introvert, write in the comments, I'm an introvert and I am whatever hand you are. So one thing I did think was true, and I found it is false, according to several different websites, is that dyslexia is not related to being left-handed or right-handed. And I kind of thought maybe that went together, but I had no proof on that one, and it's proven false. So they took a big poll of people who had dyslexia and found it was 50-50. 50% of them were right-handed and 50% of them were left-handed, which, though considering 10% of the world is left-handed, that would make our 50% a more rare. I don't know. So maybe it is true. I don't know. So let's go back to asking you guys. If you have dyslexia and are left-handed, let me know in the comment section below. Here's a fun fact and trivia. Did you know left-handed people have our own day? A day that celebrates us? Yes, August 13th is our day. And just so you know, I received no cake or flowers or candles. Not even a happy left-handed day post on Facebook, nothing. We should just have I love being alive day. It used to be thought that dyslexic people were more sickly and would die sooner. Thank goodness that's proven false. But here is a fun fact. You're 50% more likely to have PLMD, periodic limb movement disorder, than a right-handed person. 50% more chance. And I actually have that. I didn't know that that was a thing, but I have that. What it is when you're sleeping and you are dreaming that you're walking and you step down a step and your body actually moves to take that step and wakes you up. I guess that's a thing. And I have that. Also, a fun medical fact. According to so-called research in 2005, left-handed people have a less chance of getting arthritis, which is great news for artists. It used to be believed that left-handed people were really bad drivers, and that was proven false. So, I don't know why. There was also a study that says that left-handed people make less money. Okay. Those are some of the funnier and more interesting facts that I found out from my internet web search about being left-handed. So let me tell you a little bit about my personal experiences of being left-handed. Seriously, I didn't think anything different about it. A lot of people have asked me, how did you learn to write? Because you were left-handed. The same way that you learn to write. Your mom or dad or teacher put a pencil in your hand and told you to write the letter A. And you did it wrong and they would erase it and you would write it again. Now, it is true that we tend to want to slant our hand. Because the way our hand is built, we tend to want to slant. That was just a learning curve, and no more than any other kid slants and has to relearn how to write. Some of you may remember I have a 7-year-old niece named Eva, and she's right-handed, and I see the same troubles that I had as a left-hander in her as a right-hander. But again, it's been a long time since I've been 7, so I'm not sure if I had a really super hard time. But one person who I know would remember would be Mama Flynn. If she's even home.
Hello.
Hey, Mom. How's it going?
It's going fine. How are you?
I'm good. I have a question to ask you.
What?
Okay, so you have to remember back to when I was a wee young little girl and learning how to write. Did I have an extra hard time learning how to write because I was left-handed, or was it? No.
No?
No? Okay. Because I'm doing some research on being left-handed, and a lot of people say, oh, left-handers have a hard time learning how to write. So I thought if anyone could remember, it would be you. So.
The only thing I did is you were left-handed and let it go. I did encourage you to not to like, you know how they slant them backwards?
Mm-hmm.
And I always just encouraged you to go forward, and then I settled for straight up and down if I could get it. So, you, right at the very first, even though you did left-handed, you understood that you should be slanting it in the correct direction. And hence, that's why your writing is not slanted to the left.
Okay. So, well, thanks.
Okay.
So, just so you know, you're on a video. I'm recording you saying this, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Glad you didn't say anything stupid, huh?
Now I don't want to talk. Okay. All right. Love you, sweetie.
Love you too. Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye.
She's going to love it if I ever decide to do a video on being dyslexic and call her and talk to her about that one. So don't let being left-handed label you different. You're going to have the same rate of struggles and successes as everyone. The more hard work you put into something, the better results you're going to get. If you want nice handwriting and you don't have nice handwriting, it is not because you are left-handed. You just need to practice. I do remember I had really sloppy handwriting all the way into my young adulthood. And I just kind of always just put it off that, oh, you just have sloppy handwriting. Until one person came up to me and says, you know, you can have nice handwriting if you just practice. And I thought, wow, you know, if I could draw, I can definitely learn how to write my letters better. And I practiced and I worked at it until I have neat handwriting. So you're not going to be denied anything because you're left-handed or right-handed or no-handed. You can do it. So one more thing that I forgot to mention is I have a lot of people asking about being left-handed. You always get the stuff on your hand. That may be true in writing, but it is not true in art. Because with writing, the reason that you get stuff on your hand when you're writing is because we write from this side over. And so as you're writing over top of the pencil or the ink, and it then smudges on you. And that's why right-handed people don't get that. But in drawing or painting or creating art, that doesn't necessarily happen, because unless you like specifically create your piece from this side over, it's not going to be any different. Art, you're all over the place. So being left-handed does not mean that you just automatically always have this, because right-handed people have it on their hand too. So I tried to think if there was anything that was unfair about being left-handed, and probably the only thing I could think of is these. We only get the little green ones that are supposedly left-handed scissors. We really do need better left-handed scissors. Well, thank you guys for listening to this rambling about being left-handed. Hopefully, if you're left-handed and felt like you've been struggling, you're encouraged to know it's not that big of a deal. If you are a parent and you notice that your children are left-handed, that's okay. Let them be left-handed. I had one parent that was really concerned because their child did things with both hands, that they were ambidextrous. I think that's awesome. That's like superpowers to be ambidextrous. If you're a parent, I just encourage you to be your child's biggest cheerleader. Encourage them, guide them, support them, challenge them to be the best human that they possibly can be. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye! I'm waving with my left hand because this feels weird. Look, I'm an ambidextrous waver.